It's your man Jay Graves Report, and welcome to the MIC Football Preview Week 1, presented by your good neighbor State Farm agent Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy. Now, I know boys been sitting around waiting all summer for the MIC previews. Football season has arrived in less than 48 hours. We got to go in. Now, let's start off. We got 7 ball games we got to look at this weekend because not everybody's playing a conference game. We got boys playing outside the conference. We got one conference game. We're going to say that one to the last. That's the Jay Graves Report game of the week. So we're going to say that one for the last. So now, let's step right into it. We got number 26, Pike, going out to play Zionsville. Now, here's the deal. Last year, Zionsville clipped these boys, caught them sleeping in the bushes. Now, this year, Pike comes in, a young team. They lost 34 seniors last year. So they young, they coming in, they got the philosophy, no BCDs, that's no blaming, no complaining, and no defending. That's what it is. So now, that's a whole lot for a boy to remember. All I know is you better show up and play some football. Now, Zionsville might catch these boys sleeping again because they playing Zionsville at Zionsville. Zionsville is extremely disciplined team. Pike young. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I do want to say Coach Graves down about 20 pounds. That dog is nifty on his feet right now, so when the boy run out of bounds on Friday night, he going to be able to sidestep him. He ain't just going to get trucked and ran over on the sideline anymore. He going to be able to get away from a boy because he down 20 pounds. So now, I got to go ahead and go with Pike losing this ball game because they may not be ready for a boy coming in. Zionsville, I'm going to take that back. I can't go against Pike on the first ball game. I got to at least give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going with Pike to win this ball game. Zionsville going to keep it close, but Pike ought to come out of this one with a win. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we're going to go out to the west side. We got Tech going over to play number 2, Ben Davis. Let's move on to the next ball game. Hey, look at it. I didn't have to wait till week 4 to start this foolishness. Tech and Ben Davis. Look, who put this game on the schedule? Like, who's responsible for putting this game on the schedule? Tech has not won a ball game in this series in probably 145 years. So why we think that Ben Davis is ranked number 2? Now, I want to know who's ranking these teams right now because Ben Davis, we all know, was 14-0 last year, beat the brakes off everybody, had during their Division I football team, but they lost 52 seniors. So how in the world is Ben Davis starting the season off at number 2 when they lost 52 seniors? That means that they could go too deep in every position last year in seniors. So this team, they got a brand new coach, Jason Simmons. So you got to give him time to get acclimated. And then you got a whole brand new set of starters. And you got them at number 2. That don't make sense. But they should win this ball game going away. Now, Delbert Sims, major running back, on his way to Vanderbilt. He's already committed to Vanderbilt. Then you got Big DeJuan Jones, but he gimped up, snake bitten right now. We don't know whether I don't know if he's going to play or not. Even if he is, come on, bro. I mean, we looking. Then we got Jalen Dobson. We got all kind of guys coming in, but a lot of these guys are young. Big DeJuan gives you leadership on the team because he's won a state championship in football and in basketball. He the real deal in both sports, but he might be gimped up. So, hey, I'm just saying they'll win this first ball game, but please don't tell me they're the number 2 team in the state when we still got other teams that we talking about that's coming back loaded with senior-laden teams. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. Ben Davis beat the brakes off these boys. We go on to the next move. Now, here's an interesting one. We got number 1, Louisville Trinity, number 1 in the state of Kentucky, playing against number 5 Carmel at Carmel. Now, last year, Louisville Trinity beat the brakes off Carmel first game of the season. And so now they coming in and try to redeem themselves. Now, you got to think about it. Last year, Carmel was 8-5, finished 8-5. They got 16 starters returning. They're trying to redeem themselves from last year's embarrassment when they went down to Louisville, got the brakes beat off of them, turned their skin inside out, sent them back to the crib. But now, they coming in with 16 starters. 16 returning starters. And you got to remember, last year, Coach John Hebert was rocking the skinny jeans. I'm going to change clothes. I'm going to change him this year. This year, I think he's going to put on, we're going to put him in the LeBron short set this year. He coming in on Friday night in the LeBron short set. He going to step on the sideline, shock the world. I got to go with Carmel to lose this ball game. I don't see them coming in winning this ball game against Louisville Trinity. They the real deal, and I can't go against Louisville Trinity until somebody knock them off. And right now, last year they came in, beat Carmel the first week. Second week, beat Warren Central. Now, they got Warren Central next week. That's going to be an interesting situation. But right now, I can't go against them, Dons, that handled number 1 and number 2 early in the season last year. So I can't just go against them. I got to at least get in the benefit of the doubt unless the short set that Hebert are going to have on going to change the game. Hey, let's move on to the next piece. Now, we got Perry Meridian is going over to play number 24, Lawrence North. Now, Lawrence North struggled last year. My man Pat Mallory is telling me now he's got a faster team. They're more confident. They're very smart. He got a team full of cats on the honor roll. So now you got guys paying attention that's going to play discipline, and they've completely bought into his system. So what are they going to do? I think that Lawrence North is going to be able to beat Perry Meridian, whether them Duns are slow, they're not confident, and dumb, they'd be able to win this ball game because they have better players. They got more depth, bigger team. I'm going with Lawrence North to win this ball game, get out the hole, because I think winning this ball game will give them confidence going forward in the season. So they got to show up and do well. And I saw them at a scrimmage last week. They look real good. So now, let's move on to the next piece. We got Hamilton Southeastern going over to number 10, Lawrence Central. Now, here's the deal. Lawrence Central comes into this ball game after having a 6-4 season last year. Peoples left and went over to Cathedral. So now they got John Roddenberg from Cincinnati Moeller. Now, think about this. He didn't leave the cupboard bare when Peoples left. They were 6-5, 6-4. They got everything Donovan Wright, defensive back Trevor Booker, and running back Bryce Anderson. Boys all can get it in. Cincinnati Moeller's former head coach and now Lawrence Central current head coach, John Roddenberg, has already won 3 state championships. He won 2 in Ohio and 1 in Kentucky. He leaves Cincinnati Moeller with an 80-41 record, and he's absorbing a team that's got crazy senior leadership, and they still got studs on the team. So I know that HSC got a quarterback supposed to be the real deal. Everybody chasing him around, looking at him. But I think because Lawrence Central playing at the crib, Roddenberg didn't have to start from scratch. He's going to go ahead and take care of business in his first ball game at Lawrence Central. So I'm going with Lawrence Central to win this ball game. Let's move on to the next game. Now, we got a good one coming up at North Central. You got Fishers coming in to play North Central. Now, North Central last year finished the season 3-7. Now, that was the first season for my man Kevin O'Shea. I call him Chinchilla O'Shea because the done got so much swag. He gonna be on the sideline on Friday night in a chinchilla and some work boots. That done to go off on you in a heartbeat, but he got crazy swag on the sideline. And even though they only won 3 ball games last year, everybody was excited to see what North Central was gonna do There was excitement in the air. People were interested in the program. He's going to carry on that, and especially if he come out there in the chinchilla, look like Frank Lucas. He going to have a hat on too, dog. So now, but don't count Fishers out in this ball game completely, because Fishers is coming in. I saw them last week at a scrimmage over at Lawrence North. They got a whole lot of swag coming off a sectional championship last year. And, they end up losing to Ben Davis in the next round, but everybody was going to lose to Ben Davis. So you can't count that against them. But I think going to this ball game, this ought to be a really tight ball game, but Fishers ought to come out on top on this game. They ought to win this game. No problem at all. Let's move on to the next piece. Now, here's the deal. This is the Jay Graves Report game of the week. Down at Center Grove, you got number 1, Warren Central, going out to play number 6, Center Grove. Now, here's the deal. Warren Central comes into this ball game loaded. When I tell you loaded, loaded. They got boys all over the field. They got jumping out of everywhere on you. But they got the incomparable David Bell. Everybody in America is chasing this kid. He is the real deal. In order for Warren Central to have crazy success on the road at Center Grove in a hostile environment, because, hey, they show up, 8,000 people are going to be at this ball game minimum. Warren Central is going to have to put the ball in David Bell's hands all night long. They're going to have to figure out how to get the ball to him, whether they run him in a bubble screens, throw the ball down the field. That means George going to have to be on point, compose, do his thing, and they're going to have to also give it to him. If they put him in the slot, they got to put him wide. They got to get the ball to he has to have at least 10 touches, in my opinion, for them to come out of this ball game with a win. Because let's keep it real, Center Grove is not playing out here. They got what they call the war horse. I hear that dog in their bucket right now. He tearing up the side of the stable right now to get out. This cat, Carson Steele, rushed for 1,700 yards last year as a freshman, bruh. He's coming back bigger, stronger, and faster this year. They got crazy defense. Jack Moore is going to be composed in the pocket. Now, he ain't going to throw the ball very much because they don't have to throw the ball very much because you got the war horse. That done running up and down the field right now getting ready for this ball game. But I think with the crowd that Center Grove has, they can control the tempo by running the football. The war horse is bouncing off everybody. They're going to keep this game close. It's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a high-scoring game, in my opinion, because I think that Center Grove is going to be able to control the time of possession in this ball game. And if they can do that, they can come out here with a win. But on some real talk, I'm going with the upset. I'm going with Center Grove to win this ball game at the crib. It's your man, Jay Graves Report, from TheJayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boy. And also remember that this segment is presented by your good neighbor, State Farm agent, Ravi R. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, Indianapolis, or hit your boy up at 317-297-3804 so you can holler at your boy.